It took me 6 years to get to the point where I'm at now. Here's what I would do if I had to start all over again. Bro, honestly, if I knew those 4 things when I started, it would have saved me 2 to 4 years at least. So get your ego out of the way and use those tips I give you wisely. Tip number 1, start with learning the piano right away. Start learning one scale until you know it perfectly. Play it up and down until it's completely memorized. I would start with D minor because in my opinion it's the easiest scale out there, but you can choose whatever you want. Once you know your scale, start playing each vibe of melodies in that scale. For example, play Pain melodies, play Dark melodies, play 4PF melodies, play Memphis melodies, whatever. Just learn the bass lines, learn the chord progressions you need to use for those scales to develop a complete understanding of the music. And once you've kind of developed that deep understanding between all the notes in your scale, you can start transposing that knowledge into other scales and use it in other scales as well. Number 2, watch a ton of tutorials and remake beats and loops. The tip I can give you to get better is just start with one vibe. So if you want to get better at making music, or if you're just starting out, just start with making paint stuff and do that for a few months until you fully grasp the concept of it, until you're almost good at it, and then switch into the next thing. That way you start making good music, maybe only in one genre, but you start making good music really fast, and you can always take the knowledge you learned in that genre to another later. Number 3, volume, and feedback. Getting good at anything takes a lot of time. And this is one of the biggest speed hacks I know. So if you normally make 2 beats a day and you just start doing 4, this will save you half of your time. So it might only take you 1 to 2 years to get good instead of 4. And that's huge, bro. So just do as much volume as you can. But just blindly pumping out the volume without any improvements won't make you any better. So you need some sort of feedback as well. Either you have a friend who makes music as well, who's better than you, or you just go to a producer you like and just ask them if they can give you feedback, and even pay them. Just send them a DM and ask them if they can give you detailed feedback on your loops or on your beats on how you can improve, and pay them like $50, whatever. And just imagine having an in-depth tutorial on your specific sample or beat and how you can improve that. Bro, if I would have done this, if I would have just taken like $200 and just invested it in quality feedback from quality people, it will probably save me at least 1 to 2 years, to be honest. Number 4, get in sessions with better producers. This is kind of similar to number 3, but when you get into the room with a producer who's better than you and you start observing what they do, you start seeing their workflow, you start seeing their mixing, you start seeing every step they do, then you start understanding how they think or how they approach their music. And what this does, it just realigns your standards and expectations with reality. And if you start thinking the same about approaching music like the bigger producer, you start making similar music. And if he's good, you start making good music as well. If you want to see me reacting to an old loop I made over 5 years ago and improving it with what I know right now, check this video out.